In a world driven by the relentless pursuit of wealth and success, we must pause and ask ourselves, what is the true cost? Across nations and industries, fortunes are built, often at the expense of others, employees exploited, the cries of the oppressed ignored, and integrity sacrificed. But Jehovah, the Creator of all things, has made it clear through His Word that such pursuits are fleeting, futile, and often dangerous to the soul. Surely every man walks about like a shadow. He rushes around for nothing. He piles up wealth, not knowing who will enjoy it. Psalm 39:6. What do we truly gain when we hoard wealth, harm others, and ignore the principles of justice and righteousness? Jehovah's warning is direct. Look, the wages you have withheld from the workers who harvested your fields keeps crying out, and the cries for help of the reapers have reached the ears of Jehovah of armies. James 5:4. We come into this world with nothing, and we leave it with nothing. Naked I came out of my mother's womb, and naked I will return. Job 1:21. All the riches we gather and the treasures we hoard cannot save us on the day of reckoning. Only righteousness will stand. So as you reflect on your own life and choices, ask yourself, are you striving for the things that endure, or are you laboring for the wind? Join me as we explore Jehovah's timeless wisdom, a powerful reminder that while wealth fades, righteousness leads to everlasting life. In the sweat of your face you will eat bread until you return to the ground, for out of it you were taken. For dust you are, and to dust you will return. Genesis chapter 3, verse 19. Naked I came out of my mother's womb, and naked I will return. Jehovah has given, and Jehovah has taken away. Job chapter 1, verse 21. Surely every man walks about like a shadow. He rushes around for nothing. He piles up wealth, not knowing who will enjoy it. Psalm chapter 39, verse 6. He sees that even wise people die. The stupid and the unreasoning perish together, and they must leave their wealth to others. Psalm chapter 49, verse 10. For when a man dies, he can take nothing with him. His splendor will not go down with him. Psalm chapter 49, verse 17. His spirit goes out, he returns to the ground. On that very day his thoughts perish. Psalm chapter 146, verse 4. Wealth will be of no benefit in the day of fury, but righteousness is what will rescue from death. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 4. Do not wear yourself out to gain wealth. Stop and show understanding. Proverbs chapter 23, verse 4. I came to hate all that I had worked so hard for under the sun, because I must leave it behind for the man coming after me. Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 18. And who knows whether he will be wise or foolish? Yet he will take control over all the things I spent great effort and wisdom to acquire under the sun. This too is futility. Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 19. Just as one came from his mother's womb, naked, he will go away just as he came. And he cannot carry anything away for all his hard work. Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 15. This too is a great tragedy. Exactly as he came, so he will go away. And what profit is there to the one who keeps working hard for the wind? Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 16. Then the dust returns to the earth just as it was, and the spirit returns to the true God who gave it. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 7. What will you do on the day of reckoning, when destruction comes from afar? To whom will you flee for assistance, and where will you leave your wealth? Isaiah chapter 10, verse 3. Really, what good will it do a man if he gains the whole world but loses his life? Or what will a man give in exchange for his life? Matthew chapter 16, verse 26. Really, what good will it do a man to gain the whole world and to lose his life? What really would a man give in exchange for his life? Mark chapter 8, verses 36 and 37. Really, what good will it do a man if he gains the whole world but loses his own self or suffers ruin? Luke chapter 9, verse 25. Unreasonable one, this night they are demanding your life from you. Who then is to have the things you stored up? Luke chapter 12, verse 20. Work not for the food that perishes, but for the food that remains for everlasting life. John chapter 6, verse 27. But those who are determined to be rich fall into temptation and a snare and many senseless and harmful desires that plunge men into destruction and ruin. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 9. For the love of money is a root of all sorts of injurious things, And by reaching out for this love, some have been led astray from the faith and have stabbed themselves all over with many pains. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. Come now, you rich men, weep and wail over the miseries that are coming upon you. Your riches have rotted, and your clothing has become moth-eaten. Your gold and silver have rusted away, and their rust will be a witness against you and will consume your flesh. What you have stored up will be like a fire in the last days. James chapter 5, verses 1 through 3. Look! The wages you have withheld from the workers who harvested your fields keeps crying out, and the cries for help of the reapers have reached the ears of Jehovah of armies. James chapter 5, verse 4. You have lived in luxury and for self-gratification on the earth. You have fattened your hearts on the day of slaughter. You have condemned, you have murdered the righteous one. James chapter 5, verse 5 and 6. As you reflect on the words of Jehovah, let this undeniable truth settle deeply in your heart. For when a man dies, he can take nothing with him. His splendor will not go down with him. Psalm 49:17. In the end, all the wealth we pile up, all the empires we build, and all the things we cling to will return to dust, just as we do. Jehovah calls us to a higher standard, not to chase after wealth that perishes, but to pursue righteousness that endures. Wealth will be of no benefit in the day of fury, but righteousness is what will rescue from death. Proverbs 11:4. To those who have harmed others in their pursuit of riches, take heed of this sobering warning. The wages you have withheld from the workers keep crying out, and the cries for help of the reapers have reached the ears of Jehovah of armies. James 5:4. There is no hiding from the eyes of the Almighty, but there is hope. Jehovah invites us to let go of what is fleeting and grasp hold of what is eternal. His promise stands firm. Work not for the food that perishes, but for the food that remains for everlasting life. John 6:27. So I leave you with this question inspired by Jehovah's word. What good will it do to gain the world yet lose your life? Matthew 16:26. Choose wisely, seek Jehovah, seek righteousness, for only what is done in his name will endure forever.